Hello everyone. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. It could also narrow your focus, show you something you could be missing, but in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the character oracle. Let's just get a couple characters out. See what's going on. Maybe these are people in your sphere of influence or coming into the picture. Or you. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Please and thank you. How many? 3. We have the journalist, the stranger, and the ninja. It sounds like the beginning of a joke. The journalist, the ninja, and the stranger walk into a bar. Maybe you write jokes. Maybe you're a comedian. So some of you are doing something like a journalist. It could be like commentary, or you do interviews. Hey, maybe some of you work for like a news station, or you do a podcast, or maybe you write for the local paper or the school paper, or you do something in your school. I definitely think like a microphone is involved somehow. It could be that you have something on YouTube and you do videos. Maybe you have a channel and you're doing something where you're interviewing someone else on whatever subject you're into. It says chronicler of stories, reporting, interview, inquiry, and a promotion. So maybe somebody's kind of having some extra conversations with you because they're kind of thinking about giving you a promotion, or it could be you, if you're a boss or a manager or something like that, maybe interviewing different employees to like elevate their status, to maybe give somebody a raise, the right person for the job. Then you have the stranger. So it might be that you run into somebody completely new. They feel like a stranger, but I don't feel like they're going to be a stranger too long. I actually think they're going to maybe turn into a very good friend or somebody that you work well with. So it could just be you like saying hi to strangers, maybe just a smile. Maybe that changes somebody's day. It could also be you kind of feeling like a stranger if you're going to a new town, or I'm just kind of getting that you're in a different place. So maybe you feel out of place. You don't really know the neighborhood. You don't really know who to ask. I feel like the best thing to do is just go into the local hangout and ask the people working there, like, hey, what's a good thing to do around here? I'm getting not really the touristy spots. If that's you and you're going to a city or a town or something like that, go into the place that looks like the locals. Hang out there. That's where you're going to get the good stuff. That's where you're going to get the good stories, or at least be pointed in the right direction. It's an encounter by chance. It's mutual aid, and it's a new friend. So, hey, maybe you go to something even in your town and you just feel strange there because it's not your typical hangout. Maybe you just start a conversation with someone and this person actually becomes a really good friend. Maybe it's just a really cool conversation. It could be also like divine intervention, being at the right place at the right time to meet that right person that either is the one that can help you with something. Maybe they're a professional in a certain field of expertise. That's something that you kind of need. Or they can point you in the right direction. Like maybe they know someone that can help you out. And then you have the ninja, which is a master of stealth, shadow walker, and a bujadu. This just makes me think of the people that are able to like do really incredible things with their body and jump over like walls and do flips backwards and all that kind of stuff. So maybe you know someone and they just look like a ninja to you. Like what they can do with their body is actually pretty incredible. That's kind of what I see first with this. Maybe some of you also are going, maybe you're starting to take a class on something in the martial arts, something that feels like it's a lot of discipline. I'm kind of seeing that like something in the martial arts. So I don't know specifically which one it is for you. Maybe for some of you, it's even like kickboxing. I am getting a lot of like physical energy with this, physical activity. It actually makes me think of gymnastics as well. But it does say the master of stealth. So it could be that something is, you know, maybe you're not really revealing everything quite yet. Maybe you have a plan or something like that, and you're kind of just keeping something to yourself, waiting for the right time. It could be some of you are actually doing some shadow work too. You're maybe facing or really looking at certain facets of you that are maybe patterns you want to break or change, which is really good. So, I mean, we're all human. We all have many, many facets. So if you're recognizing that some of those things feel like, I'm almost like either it was hidden from you or you always want to hide a certain part of you. Maybe you're getting beyond that. Maybe you're changing your ways somehow. Shadow walker. I'm also getting that maybe, since the ninja is coming through, if you're a ninja, I mean, you are pretty stealthy. So you have to use your discernment. So, you know, if you feel like a particular opportunity or, you know, direction feels a little bit dark, like maybe that's not the way to go, trust yourself, go a different way. I feel like you're going to figure out how to navigate a situation, but it might be that you have to maneuver something a little different than maybe your plans or the schedule or how time, you know, like your plan that you had. I'm getting like how the timing of something. So it might be that you have to kind of like go around the bend or get through something a different way. I'm kind of getting that you have to like, I don't know, maneuver something a different way to get the outcome that you're desiring. So if something comes around and it feels like it's kind of thrown you off course, I feel like that obstacle course of that other way, even though maybe it's the more difficult way, is either going to bring you a really big lesson or actually bring some goals faster than that way that feels like it's the big long plateau and kind of easy. I hope that makes sense. It just makes me think of a treadmill. So, I mean, I get different messages with cards. So if you're doing something, and let's just say it is, you know, at the gym, we'll use this as a metaphor, and you do the same exact 20-minute thing on the treadmill every single day, your body gets really used to it and you stop seeing those results. But if you like switch things up all of a sudden, even if you go slower, but do it at a super incline, you know, you're going to get bigger results. And if you throw in weights, even bigger results. If you throw in like kickboxing or dancing, or I'm just getting that when you start to switch something up and do something a different way, you're going to get faster results and you're going to feel better. I mean, there's so much energy in that card. It makes me feel like, whew, like the endorphins are moving. So let's see. Let's go to something different. Should we go a different direction? Yeah, let's get some information on, let's do finances. This deck is the money coming from. It's on career, money, oracle cards, your finances. Clarity for the collective on ninja, stranger, and journalist. Collective on finances, prosperity, career, please and thank you. Easy does it. Well, you had the ninja coming through, and even in a finance card, you got some person at the gym. So maybe it's, you know, switching something up, doing some weights. It's also, I mean, when I see, like when you're like a bodybuilder or you're doing that, you actually have those fibers of your muscle grow when you're actually sleeping, not when you're actually doing the exercise. So be sure to rest and balance your energy. If this is something in your career and you're kind of like really pushing something to happen, pay attention to the amount of reps that you're doing. Maybe you don't have to push something so hard. Maybe there's a different way to get bigger results with less effort. Look at this person. They're doing like a push-up and a pull-up, one-handed. What? Let's see what it actually says, though. I'm kind of curious. Let me see this. Makes me think of a personal trainer, too. So maybe some of you do personal training or you're doing some kind of physical therapy or something like that. It does say that slow and steady wins the race. That makes me think of the Knight of Pentacles. So it's not usually getting there the fastest. It's being there in every moment, every step of the day, making changes as you need. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. I did think of the band Rush, but I have no songs coming through. I will just find one and put it below. Careful not to get involved with any get rich quick schemes. All right, so that's an extra little message coming through. If that you feel something is like, you really need to give an answer really fast, sign on the dotted line really, really fast. Maybe you need to really do your research. You know, I mean, it could even be that this stranger has some good advice for you, or maybe you meet a stranger and their advice is not so good and they have this idea on get rich quick. So if that comes in, you need to do your due diligence, do some research, talk to the right professionals before you sign anything. That could be, you know, that weird direction that the ninja was really feeling that wasn't the right alley to go in. Trust your discernment. You're smart. You can figure it out. You're going to really feel when something's right, and you will be guided to make the right decisions. Pay attention to every detail. Dot your I's and cross your T's and read in between the lines on a situation. Let's get one more card. So where's the song Under Pressure? Under Pressure? I'm not getting the artist, but I'll find that song and put it below. So if you feel under pressure in a certain area, maybe getting more advice or professional advice or doing the research will relieve a little bit of that pressure. I'm also getting just general like procrastination. So maybe you feel under pressure because you have to get something done. You actually do have to turn in a paper or have a presentation or something like that, and you waited till the last minute, and all you can do is just, you know, dive on in there if you do have to get something done, but you can change it the next time and maybe start to do something a little earlier or a little bit at a time so you don't feel so much pressure at the end when something is due. Maybe even make some adjustments in your schedule. For the collective. Ooh, you have science. It's kind of big. So maybe some of you do something in science. You understand formulas. Finding the right formula for something. It does say that keep an open mind and something is unfolding for you. I mean, when I think of science, I think of just always getting to discover. You have to keep an open mind because there's always going to be changes. Even when you find something that works, there's usually a way where it can work even better. So keep an open mind with something. Do have a sense of discovery. It's a chemist, forensics, biochemist, or anything in the field of science. Apply a scientific approach to your business or a financial problem. So if this is you and you're thinking about changing something in your finances, maybe talk to a financial advisor or somebody that has more, more ideas or different ideas or help in that matter. Scientific approach. I do see like a business plan. So maybe some of you are thinking of starting a business, but you have to like submit a plan. And solve a problem. I feel like it's in the numbers. So pay attention to the numbers. Maybe you're looking at something that's kind of like I see like a graph. So maybe you actually like, I mean, it could be anything, like seeing products that you have, when they're selling, whom they're being sold to at the time that they're going, or what people order on a menu, what they don't, where your business is most productive, when it's not. I just saw like a break room. So maybe if people are really running on empty in a location or a job or something like that, it's actually giving somebody a little break or a longer break or something like that. So it changes somebody's energy, maybe changing the hours on something. I'm just getting, if you actually put all the numbers together, you can see a broader picture of how there can be changes that will bring, I'm just getting something to either be smoother or like sales go up, or it could also be your like financial status moving up. I hope whatever I just said made sense. There are so many different jobs that you all have. So you have to kind of tailor it to the thing that you're thinking about, or it's possible this makes sense later. At the bottom, you do have partnership. And then you do have here that you have a new friend. So it could even be somebody that interviewed you, or you talked to a long time ago or in the past. But it does say you're manifesting strong and successful partnership. I mean, this is about finances, but that partnership can be anything. It could be just that friend that got your back, that friend that gives you that motivation to maybe do something on your own. Maybe some of you are actually becoming partner, or you're starting a business and you have like a business partner, something like that. If this has to do with love that you're thinking about, it could be that your partnership is going to bring you a lot of success, maybe within the relationship, or maybe just the dynamic of the relationship is very solid and supportive and helps each of you succeed on your own and or together. This is, consider having a partner who can bring the experience you lack. So this could be somebody very different from you. Maybe a total different cultural, educational, financial, spiritual, whatever background. Someone that's so really different and brings something really different to the table, which means you probably do have to keep an open mind. Do some brainstorming, but maybe you and someone else, or it could be even you, looking at two different people that have this partnership where together the ideas can manifest so much bigger and brighter because they're so different. I don't know why I just thought of like David and Goliath. That was really weird. Isn't that like an old cartoon too? I don't know where that came from. Maybe you feel like somebody's kind of like a giant, like their energy or their status or their position is so big that maybe you don't feel like, I don't know, you feel kind of timid, or like maybe your education isn't the same or your experience isn't the same. Or I do feel like even if there's a difference in something that's that big, it's still somehow going to be a really good partnership. I'm not getting the typical like David and Goliath story with that. I'm getting more like the giant and someone small. So somehow these two energies are going to actually be equal. And if it's you and you are the person that's kind of the boss, or maybe a big personality, and you recognize somebody's specific talent, or maybe just the way they are, maybe their personality, maybe their skill set, maybe they have the like, I'm getting like just kind of diving in and giving it a try, kind of like having, even if they're not experienced, that they have like the get-go. That's kind of what I saw. To really try something, then you're going to maybe bring somebody on board that's going to end up to be a big asset to what you're doing. Maybe just giving somebody a chance. Some of your relationships may be holding you back from success. So if you do have something where it's that extreme and you never feel like you can rise to the occasion, you don't feel understood, you don't feel like you're supported, that's probably not the partnership that this is talking about. And it might be leaving a certain partnership or relationship because it doesn't feel like it's supporting you. It doesn't feel like it has growth. It doesn't feel like it's getting anywhere. If these are differences of opinions and it's not open-mindedness, it's just stubbornness, like there's always kind of like the door is always shutting, then maybe that's not the place for you or the right person to be a partner with. Here it has two people actually shaking hands. So maybe you do something on a handshake. All right, that was a lot of messages. Let's go to the tarot. Which one do I want to pull though? What you doing? Let's do the sun and moon. Clarity for the collective. And the energy going on right now. Let's just get a little picture of the energy. I'm doing something step by step. Maybe some new partnerships or friends coming into the picture. Being open-minded. I just thought of The Scientist by Coldplay. Ooh, that just gave me the goosies. Wow. That gave me big chills. Woo! It's actually going down my legs. So maybe that song for someone means something. I haven't heard it in a really long time. I actually cannot hear the song. I just got the title. Is it that one? Kind of have it. Okay, clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, well, we're going back to love. You have the Ace of Cups. You have this big potential cup. It looks very sturdy. This, I don't know why, I just saw Pink Floyd. Do they do the song called Money? Is that Pink Floyd? I'll put that below. But look at, you have these, it looks like these beams are going out. It's like your energy can expand so much farther. I see those like huge spotlights that you can see from like 50 miles away in the sky. So maybe this potential situation, this could be a totally different message from the beginning of the reading. For some of you, it is a partnership that involves your heart. It's the beginning of something that brings really big love. So an offer to you, an offer between two people, but you have to take a big sip of this to see what it's all about. If this offer comes to you and it feels really right, and you kind of put it on the shelf and you just let it sit there, it's just going to evaporate. And or possibly somebody else is going to recognize how beautiful this cup is and take a hold of this partnership or situation or love. But it does involve the love inside of you first and foremost. And if it's just you loving yourself, doing what's right for you, really following your heart, like the truth of your heart on something, it has so much potential. And it does look like this rainbow is coming down. So it could be like the rainbow after the storm, but I feel like this is going to hit every facet and beautiful side of you. Like instead of your aura being one color, it's going to turn rainbow. There is reflection here. So it starts with self-reflection. Maybe you see a beautiful reflection in someone else. They see beautiful things in you. Even if there's tough things that you're dealing with, you know, I'm thinking of this ninja here. Tough things that you're dealing with or that someone else is, maybe they help you recognize how they brought you strength, or perhaps how to redirect something and change something. Cups, water. It could be a lot of emotion that you feel. If this is even a project or a job or something new, it means your heart is in it. It means you really love it, which is really, really special. Because if you're in a partnership, you really are in love. And this love is just constantly overflowing and evolving and becoming more and more, keeping you open-minded to discover more every day. And or it's a job and your heart, or a project even, your heart is really in it. This love is just going to overflow into every other facet of your life. It's going to feel like you have abundance because you're getting to do something where you're following your joy. Let's get clarity on the Ace of Cups. Oh, wow, you got this. Queen of Wands coming through. So you are being asked, and or, you know, this is a person in your world, or it's you, to really have confidence. Have confidence in yourself, have confidence in your talents, have confidence in your creativity. Wear this amazing belly shirt if it makes you feel good. Put on your awesome boots and hang out with the cheetah. The cheetah's just chilling with her. So it could mean that, the cheetah is really fast. I think that's the fastest animal. I could be wrong on that. But the cheetah is not running here. The cheetah is chillaxing. So recognize how you don't have to run on empty. This queen is so powerful. She's usually a fiery sign. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It can be just an energy. It doesn't have to be an actual sign. But this queen is so confident. I mean, look at that huge torch. When she's upright, she's not worried about somebody taking her spotlight away, because nobody's going to take away her uniqueness. There's no one like her. So she is so confident in herself that she wants other people to do good too. She recognizes how talented other people are, how they can be helpful, how much better they can get at something if they give it a go. She gives people that boost, that little boost that puts a little fire in their soul to try something on their own. Upside down, because we mentioned everything here, she can be up there on that stage in the spotlight and not paying attention to the beautiful person that put her makeup on and the person putting that spotlight on her and the band that's there and the people opening up the curtain and not giving a crap about anyone else but herself. She can be the prima donna, the diva, and she's like all about her. But that's when she's being small-minded. That's when she actually has a lack of confidence in herself. Even if she puts on a big confident front, it usually means that there's some kind of insecurities going on inside that she probably or he probably has trouble addressing, because they are those, shadow facets. So if that's someone around you and they're just really, really in their ego and it's all about them, you can't change other people. You can't change people's opinions. You can't make somebody feel something emotionally. You just have to exude this confidence back to you. Maybe be an example. Can't win them all. But upright, I think she's so special. She's also very sexy. I do have to mention, this queen is very sexy. She's usually very attractive. Sometimes she's the unusual, not the typical beauty. But her inner beauty is so amazing. Her personality, the way that she is, just her energy is so amazing that she is attracting. She's attractive. And she does usually attract the right kind of things into his or her world. There's an allowance with the feminine energy. You don't have to. What was that card that came through to push something? Easy does it. She usually just has knocks on the door, phone calls coming her way, offers all the time. She needs to use her discernment on which offers are the right ones, or what would be the best for her. But she's also so confident that if she gets an offer that's not the best offer, but it makes her feel happy, like she's doing something that she loves and it's something special, she'll do it just to do it because it makes her feel good. Not because it's like, we're going to go with metaphors here because this is how it comes through sometimes. Like, she doesn't have to be the boss. She can be one of the employees, but be happier because maybe it's a better schedule. Maybe it gives her free time to do all the cool stuff she has going on the weekend or on her off time. If she's, let's say doing a play or a musical or something like that, and she's actually an actress, she doesn't always have to be the starring role. If she's the starring role every single time, if it's the same audience there, they're probably going to get bored. When you have a little variety there and you do something a little different, your experiences change, and it keeps things interesting. It also gives somebody else a chance. And it makes that starring role a little bit more special when you get to do it. I'm not sure what messages just came through, but I hope that was helpful for you guys. Maybe some of you do something, it doesn't have to be an actor, an actress, a musician, or anything like that, but something maybe in the spotlight of something that could be even in your family. This queen recognizes talent in not just adults, but also children. She can see when somebody or just someone who's we'll go any age, but when they have a true love for something, she encourages them to, hey, give that a try, give that a sip, give that a go, take that off of the shelf already, dive on into that, and dive into that joy, see if you like it. So she could be someone around you who's giving you that little boost to maybe give something a try, give something a chance. For the collective, please. Thank you. Whew. You go from the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Swords. All right, so if this is coming through, This could be that partnership that's not right. This could be an ending you already went through. Usually it means it's already happened, or, it's happening. And this is an ending that, it's a Ten of Swords. It's usually pretty harsh. It's usually a rough road. Sometimes it's like a big slammed door, or a big ass no that you're getting from someone or something, or this is you actually having to really put the brakes on something and really be clear that something is done. And if this is something going on and there's like an ending, you usually have to go through an adjustment period where it feels like, ooh, it's such a big ending. There's so many big changes. It could be that this was the ending of a relationship and this is the start of a new one. It could be ending feeling insecure about something. Ending feeling like, I don't know, energies are always like pretty harsh on you, and stepping into your power to see how strong that those situations made you, and the confidence to start something different. But whatever this is that you're ending didn't feel good in the first place. It didn't feel right. It wasn't growing. The ending was inevitable here. So, here at the top, it does say ruin. So if there's something in your world that is or already ended, you have to adjust your perception and not, sit on something where it feels like there's more pressure on you. You have to sometimes turn something like this upside down. Let something fall away. Let something heal. See something in a different perspective and start to see where you can have this, what you are confident in. Let's get clarity on that Ten of Swords. Clarity on the Ten of Swords. What's that about? For the collective, please and thank you. Maybe you're ending what was really out of balance in your life. So whatever this is, maybe kept throwing you off course, kept putting pressure on you, kept, I'm getting messing with your time and your energy. So this could have been a situation in your life that really just drained you. There wasn't any growth. Something wasn't working. You didn't feel good anymore. So whatever that is, whether that's career, a certain project you were doing, a road you were going down, a partnership, a love situation, actually finally getting some closure. Whether you got closure in that or not, it's having that closure in yourself is going to finally bring you back into balance. It's going to finally feel like something is, you actually have two aces. There's an ace of, this is the Ace of Wands. So whatever door's closing, allow something to go. Allow something to be. Because when you have this is the ultimate, it's like alchemy, it's art, it's the perfect blend of everything that you need to grow these big spiritual wings. I feel like when this comes through, you do have divine help. You do have divine protection in a situation. There is a total emergence between your masculine and your feminine, the as above, so below, your emotions and your logic, all of it is balanced here. I just had somebody pull up. I have to greet them at the door. I'm just going to pause this and then just do a quick synopsis of the reading. It might mean that I have a person in the room watching it, which is going to be different for me, but I will be right back. All right, we paused that at 39:05 in case you like numbers. This is going to be a different take to the summary of this reading. I usually film these alone, but let's look at this, because this is when the emergence of the Empress and the Emperor actually merge together in alchemy and become one. It's that kind of balance. It's the Goldilocks zone as well, so it is really filling out a situation. What's too much or too, hot or too cold for one person is not the same for another person and or situation. So you have to kind of really blend energies together. Sometimes this is blending a lot of emotions together all at once, or dealing with that wave of emotion as it goes throughout a journey and or sometimes throughout a day. But find that perfect balance of everything. Usually, there is a big yin yang here. You have one foot on the earth, one foot in the water. It is day and night, and yet you have these big wings that you can fly. When this comes through, I do feel like it's Archangel Michael. So you do have an extra protection that's coming through, and you're feeling like your strength has changed. Your perception has changed. Everything has changed. And I know this is a silly example, but I love the example of the bartender. It's that person that can deal with many different personalities, people's likes and dislikes, and what's going on in the kitchen and what's going on the phone, and doing everything at once. And it can be chaotic energy, but somehow it's a person that can see what needs attention the most, see who wants a conversation, see who wants to be alone. And it's intermingling all of those energies all together at once to make something flow. So for some of you, if this has to do with career, this is you probably dealing with a lot of different personalities and or scenarios. If this is just you in a relationship, it could be you dealing with a lot of different emotional ebbs and flows, and or maybe different people that are in your immediate surroundings. But this says you can do it. And whatever you are releasing here, this says it's bringing you back into so much balance and harmony in your life. It's going to feel like the perfect center instead of being pushed and pulled many different directions. You're going to find your center, even if there's still different situations and energies are going on around you. The way you navigate those situations is going to change. It's coming back into harmony and balance, and it looks like it has to involve you making a brand new start, because you have these two beautiful aces here. It's not just involving your heart and your emotions, it's involving the truth of your spirit, your destiny. It's these creative ideas that you have. It's this talent that's in you. It's your personality. It's just you. It's your creative form of expression. And it's beautiful, because when you start to walk down a new path that involves this fire in your spirit to always want to get creative, to keep your mind expansive, and always wanting to have new, beautiful discoveries, it's just going to expand your world and keep fueling this beautiful flame of warmth that you just want to keep holding on to and do more with. But both of these are just aces right now. So you have to take a hold of them, and you have to find your center, find your balance, release whatever is done and kept you out of balance and feeling stuck and stagnant and like you didn't have any growth. Have your confidence to take a chance to do something perhaps new, or what you're doing a totally different way. This is so much potential energy that's really being gifted to you by the divine. Whatever opportunity this is, partnership, job, creative endeavor, whatever it is the chance to go down a new road. But you have to put energy into it, make something happen, make some phone calls, take a few steps, try it out, see how it goes. And I do want to summarize, if that's okay, with one more card. This is the Power deck, and I really like how it sums up the readings. So since we have this, this queen here with this powerful, confident, creative, adventurous kind of energy, let's get a power card. One card for the collective. I'm going to bring all these energies together. Paying attention to beautiful partnerships coming through. Inquiry. Maybe getting a promotion. Getting more knowledge about something specific. Maybe knowledge about how to start something or bring something into balance. Step by step. You don't have to rush. You've already been building the right muscles to handle this. The right spiritual muscles, the right actual muscles, the right confident muscles, the right emotional muscles. I just see muscles. Like the food. Oh, all right. I just heard a really weird song. I have no idea who sings it, but I think it's called Struggle. And I feel like some of the lyrics in the beginning have to do with Elvis and a landslide, which makes me think of a landslide. So hey, some music coming through at the end of this reading. All right, clarity for the collective. One more message, please, and thank you. Imagination. Also a good song, Pure Imagination. 14. Oh, nice. 14 and 14. Temperance. This is the imagination. What's on the side here? Oh, it's really pretty. It's like the sunshine is coming from the grass in the middle of the woods. The sky is so clear that you can see beautiful reflection in this pool. See the beautiful reflection in yourself or in a situation. It does look like wherever you are here feels like a clearing. If it's not this sun that's like almost like the sun like showing you the way, or the sun beaming as you walk along this path, then it is something above you that is so clear, but it is like you're in the spotlight. I did see that spotlight before. What does it actually say? Imagination is the West. It's black. It's number 14, which brings you to a 5, which means there's change. Exploring the wilderness of your soul through contemplation brings you to the altar of your imagination. To have a circle of imagination in your being, walk with the untamed, wild, instinctual side of your nature. That kind of makes me think of the ninja. All the time knowing its power, like a woman aware of her pregnancy, as she moves through her round of daily tasks. Kind of makes me think of that, the Queen of Wands. I mean, she's just gonna, I don't feel like she's gonna really give up too much. I kind of see like, you know, when you do something, it makes me think of that scene in, I don't know, it's a really weird movie, like in Sex and the City, where the one girl finally becomes pregnant and she continues to run or like jog in Central Park because she's always done that. She's not going to stop. Her body's already used to it. So maybe there's something like that where you had, you know, you're going to continue. It doesn't have to be a pregnancy for all of you, but there's something that you do that you really love that you're going to be able to continue through even maybe weird situations or a new adventure. Where was I? You need not focus on unborn life in order for its nature to continue to grow. Always remember that inspiration comes after reflection, after that seed of creativity is planted. You have to plant that seed. You have to plant those opportunities or it can't grow. Once you begin your creative work, the energy of the universe comes to you. It's like the opportunities just come your way, like with that queen. And your imagination continues to flow. All right. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. I hope something came through. There were a lot of different messages with this one. I hope something came through that makes sense to you. Maybe a little nugget, maybe the whole thing. But thank you for being here. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will see you soon. Bye.